Now, New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Sarah, not a lot of hoopla or fanfare as the U.S. today formally ended the war in Iraq. Troops lowered the U.S. flag during a ceremony today after a 9-year war that cost $800 billion and claimed the lives of 4,500 Americans. Our political reporter Dave Evans joins us with what today's milestone means. Dave?
Well, Diana, this is the day so many in this country and also in Iraq have waited so long to see. Almost 9 years ago, on March 20th, 2003, the U.S. began the war with an airstrike in southern Baghdad. It began as an extension of the fight against terrorism after the 9/11 attacks here, but it ends today as a hugely unpopular war. It was not a victory parade, no mission accomplished banner, simply a 45-minute ceremony where flags used by U.S. forces in Iraq were lowered and boxed up, ending almost 9 years of war here.
You know, I think it's done, and I think that it's going to be up to other people to decide whether it was worth it.
Tim Kudo, a former math teacher in the Bronx, signed up for the war. He was one of more than 1.5 million men and women who served. 4,500 died, and the war cost more than $800 billion.
But those lives have not been lost in vain. They gave birth to an independent, free, and sovereign Iraq.
There are serious questions now as to whether Iraq can defend itself and whether that country will collapse in sectarian violence. For many Americans, like these anti-war activists, today is not a day to celebrate. It is a time to reflect on all that was lost.
This was a war of aggression, plain and simple, immoral, illegal.
I've lost faith in my country, and the current administration is not helping that because they're playing the same game.
4 years ago, there were more than 170,000 troops in Iraq and 500 military bases. Now there are only 2 and 4,000 U.S. troops scheduled to be home by Christmas.
I think everyone that served over there is going to look back on this as, like I said, a defining moment for their generation, and they're going to tell their kids about it. And there's a strong sense of pride to have been able to work in that kind of a team and bring your guys back alive.
Now, if today seems rather anticlimactic, it may be because the president has been talking about the end of the war basically since the campaign from 4 years ago. Also, he announced back in August of 2010 that the combat mission had officially ended. Then he held an Oval Office address saying it's time to turn the page. And now today, the war is officially over. Sade and Diana?